Alright, you'll have multiple videos because I have to get up and do stuff and I don't edit. No template, again, no support equipment. The other benefit of exercising an army, you get experience. I'm getting experience for exercising the army. You need army experience to also edit divisions. I need 10 to add an engineer company, which will use those support equipment. Alright, tank is out. I'll put the tank in his own thing. And click on it here. Right click to assign him. Click up here to find a general. And looky there. Panzer leader. He's good. He's good with tanks. This guy has winter specialist. He takes less attrition in the winter. So forth. Now, if I select this guy, hold shift and select this guy, I can, oh, here's a new button. The one on the left, Field Marshal. He oversees the entirety of this army. So I'm going to get the guy that has the infantry. Because eventually I will just integrate tanks and people together. Which you can tell what kind of unit it's going to be by this bar right here. This is a very heavy infantry. This slider bar will go in between depending if it's tanky or infantry or not. National focuses, those as far as I'm aware, oh, they do save a little bit. I don't know how much. Hopefully 30 days also, but you always want to kind of pause and get those done as fast as possible. Modify government. We'll go through here. What do we want? Let's nuclear scientist. See, some of these can be purged in the Great Purged. So I don't really want to get these guys yet, but I think he stays forever. That gives me just free experience every day and cheaper mass assault doctrine. I don't have enough for him yet, but... Or I could just get this guy who gives me 3% less. Oh, he can be purged. So I'll just get this guy can't be purged. Difference between 7% and 10% research time is not that much. Unassigned divisions. Hold shift. I'm just going to right click them. And they're in the... Oh, but see, look. These guys are double bars now. Alright. They can still... You can still exercise them to get the experience, but they will never get any more experience here until they go to fight. So I'm actually going to take these guys, put them in a blank army, and have them exercise instead of this guy. Because they still waste resources when you do that. You have plenty of guns, plenty of support equipment. I'm just going to keep shelling this into tanks so that when I switch over, I can have lots of pre-done experience making tanks. You don't keep the whole thing, but it's important. So, for example, defense in depth. That gives me extra organization. The more organization you have, that's how long your unit can fight. Entrenchment is... It's harder to break through my person. Mass mobilization, I take less attrition. Partisans, basically, you just get bonuses to a bunch of stuff. It's pretty nice. Right here. Oh, stop it. So basically this, if someone has been in our land, we can find them back faster. New focuses, definitely research slot. You will never be able to research everything all at once. You will always be behind in something. You want to try and get as much as possible. So, just to have them something to do, I'm going to take the Field Marshal. Just left click on him. Left click is always select. I'm going to hit Z, which is this button here that you see light up. That sets a front line. I'm going to click on the border between me and Poland and say, hey, go get ready to fight there. What I did there, I hit X, which is the button next to it, to draw an offensive line. That's just saying, from this spot in the middle, generally, go to the place you set at the end. And you can see that's kind of the path that they're going to think to take. I'm also going to click here on the general, click on this double arrow to put them as aggressive. Aggressive means if they see an opening that they wouldn't normally take, because again, right here, they're going to try and spread out evenly. But maybe right here where it's stalled for a second, they saw an opening. Well, they're going to push back here, over here, but the rest of the line's right here. And it'll look like this instead of a nice even front. You take more damage doing that, but I feel like it's worth it. So I'm going to research this. It says 0.06 years ahead of time. You get a penalty to research it. For example, 182 days. This is 166 because this is ahead of time. That's if it's less than a quarter year, I will research it if it's something I know I'm going to be getting anyway. All right. So when they are exercising, you just got to look back, click on them once in a while, see if they're done. They won't tell you. Now that we have more units in the field, I can add more people. So I can do 14 divisions at once instead of just 1 or 10. So yep, you just go through, see what you want. I really like the one that has lots of reliability and a little bit extra speed. Tanks are hard to build, especially heavies, so I want them to live as much as possible. After this, I'll probably go for the Great Purge. But maybe I want to go kill Poland first. We'll go fight Poland first. That way you can at least see there's some what a war looks like. So you right click on a country you want to go kill. You can see that it's very similar to yours, just with more information. I'm gonna say justify war goal. Conquer. And this doesn't matter. This just means you get a little bit cheaper if like multiple people are fighting. Me and Germany fighting at the same time. It's cheaper for me to take Wilno. So it takes me 47% political power. Lasts 235 days. Generates 9 world tension. At 25 world tension here in the top right on this globe, people will guarantee other people. Generally Britain and France. So it's at 20. I'm going to hope that I get this war justification before they're guaranteed. So yeah, well, if I'm going to do that, it's going to take 240 days. It's going to take 210 days. I'll go to do the purging later. We'll just keep going down here then. We'll get this war in, then I'll do the Great Purge. Oh, unassigned divisions. I'll assign them to my exercising army. Oh, look. They're done. So in this case, you would click on a unit, whereas here you hold Shift and then click on a unit. When you're actually selecting in an army, you click on a unit to select it, then hold Shift to select more. So I'm going to select all the guys that are double bars. They're they're regulars. I'm going to assign them to this first guy, who already has the rest of them. You will see that they will automatically move and spread out based on these green lines to the front line. They will do it as evenly as possible. I also have tanks. I'll put him in the same army here that's the blank army that is exercising. Alright, so boats are kind of where they are. You don't have really good boats. They're pretty garbage. Pick a general, kind of pick, whichever one of these you want. The higher their level, the more damage they do by default. This little skull means you're taking attrition. If you are exercising, you are taking attrition. So yes. So you asked what to do for the start. Normally, I wouldn't go take over Poland, but it doesn't hurt. You just will be fighting Germany faster because they're going to do Danzig or war. But what you could do is just say, take all this, leave Poland to only own Danzig, and then you will never fight Germany because they don't have claims on anything else. They only have it on Danzig, which is here. So they gain core on Danzig, and they're just gonna fight me if I don't give it to them. So I'll just let Poland live. I won't take Danzig because I don't care about it. It's nice, but I don't want to fight Poland, especially when we do the Germany, especially I'm going to do the Great Purge after this. If you hit L, that's your air forces. So same as the ships. Hold Shift and click on them all. and you'll see a new screen. Boom, air screen. To start, I just right-click and move them all to one place. You have some bombers coming over here. They're really slow because they're coming across the whole world. And you hit G. Select them all, hit G. It merges them. Alright? This here says this group will have 658 reinforcement limit. What you want to do is do that in groups of 200. Because when you build an air base, you have a 200 plane limit. See here. Level 2, level 1, level 10, level 3 at 600, so forth. So I'm going to select just this guy. I clicked on this and said, hey, go up to 800, please. I'll click on him, hit the split button, which I just used D. 400. Now they're split again into groups of 200. That means they will reinforce up to 200. See, he just did. And I don't have enough planes for the rest. So they'll get there. This guy is a bomber. You don't use many of those. I'm going to lower him to 200. I'm going to push him up to 200. Naval bomber, I'm going to push up to 200. Naval bombers only attack people in the sea for obvious reasons. So I'm just going to move him to whatever's closest to the Baltics and say, hey, go fight the Baltics. Up here, you say what they do. You see these are grayed out. He can't do them. But I'm going to say, please attack ships, and please attack enemy ports that are here. Ah, I haven't been doing this. Retreat. Choose this to go back and say, hey, please retreat if you're not okay. I'm going to do low or normal operations, so they'll come back and I'll lose less planes and they'll try and go back out again. However, every time they try and launch, there's a chance they'll crash. So it's kind of stupid, but whatever. Alright, see? So I'm going to select all these 10. I'm going to put them in this... Oh, wait. 30 of 24. A general can only hold 24 units, unless they get upgrades. So I'm going to take 6 of these guys, which you see, select numbers here, put him in a new army, drag him, click and drag, under the field marshal, and give him a new general. See if there's another one that has, boom, infantry. So now I'll fill this guy up next. But what you see, since I had a field marshal with the front line, which is this single line here, that's the field marshal line. This dotted, or this dashy line that says that's this guy's job, it automatically assigned. Oh, it didn't. I'm sorry. So you can do, oh, I did this. I do this a lot. I accidentally deselect field generals. It's stupid. So I'm going to select him. I'm going to right click on delete order. That kills everything. And then just draw a new line. And you'll see, here's a little line. Here's a little line. This is for my tank. This is for the 6 I just moved in their own army. And this is for the 24. And they'll remove automatically. But yeah, at this point, we're just going through preference. It's all preference how you start. I've done a very peaceful Germany where I don't even fight a world war at all. I never fight the Allies until like maybe 1942. But I own all of this, except Hungary. I own all this, and I never went to war. I'm actually allied in that game to Soviets. I'm never going to fight the Soviets. So you can do whatever you want, which is one of the benefits of this game. Because you can flip. Alright, there's no option here to flip. But if I were to go to right click on Japan, right here, this is, you start to become communist. This is a communism tree for Japan. This is your standard fascist. And this one here, you can go, you can basically go be allies with the Allies. And flip and kill the Soviets in Germany instead. So, you just do what you want. But the basics that take the longest to learn are managing these screens here. If you hit I, it'll show you what you're low on. So I technically should assign more people to build fighters. So I'll do this. I'll say take 3 here. Let's take away from the tanks. And let's say build 5 fighters instead. Because I'm low on fighters. They're not full and reinforced. Modify government. Let's do it again. Since I'm preparing for war, I'm going to get... Looks like recovery rate. That means they just get back to fighting faster. Military factories. Let's keep putting that in light tanks. Research slot available. Well, I've been talking about heavies. I should probably research them. Light tanks, I'm going to get artillery. Because they are faster and better than their standard artillery. Take longer to produce, but they're better. National focus. I can't do this because I have to be at war, so forth. Let's see. I'll do this one and then probably start on the Great Purge. Yeah, I'll start on the Great Purge after this focus because it's going to take 210 days to finish. It's the longest one in the game, but it won't finish until after I'm... Oh, hello. Alright, so here, I could do this and possibly get Communist China in my faction and let them kind of be their own people. I'm going to do this. I never do it and say, if it comes down to it, I can go fight Communist China. German-Soviet treaty. I could say, no, I don't like you. We're not doing the Molotov-Ribbentrop, which I don't really want to give them, but I guess we'll do. But we get bad things happening. This is the default one, but I do want a lot of bonuses to armor. So, what I'm going to do is see if I can get this to flip. Where is it? Let's just start that, and then switch back and see if I get that bonus. Yes, I do. So now it's only going to take 40 days instead of 140 because of that bonus. Otherwise, the only thing I could have used is on light tanks, and I didn't want to. Unassigned divisions. Alright, look, tank's done. Move into my tank division here. Have 2 tanks, he'll auto-move. See. Alright, so back on F3, if I hit F3, stop it! That is this screen. F1 is your default, F2 is just kind of your ships, F3 is your planes. I'm going to select these guys. I'm going to right-click on the Western Poland, or Eastern Poland. And I'm going to say, please fight other planes. Please kill things on the ground. Please kill bombers and blow up their buildings. I'm actually not going to blow up their buildings because I want their buildings. I don't want to repair them. So because I signed the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, what they're going to do is when I take Poland, Germany's going to get all this regardless. So my initial plan was gone. If you attack Poland before they do the Molotov-Ribbentrop, I don't think it'll pop up. Alright, so China's fighting Communist China. So, my war goal for that's probably gone. They're probably going to take it over. And I'm not going to be able to get to it. So normally this would be a really easy fight, but I killed my army, so I don't know how well this is going to go. If you right-click and hover here... Oh, they're guaranteed. Alright. Well, I could do that, or I'll just cancel justification, waste my time, because I don't want to fight UK and France right now. Since I killed my army, I messed that up. So they were guaranteed when that just went over 25 a little bit. Now, however, with that Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, it doesn't matter, because hold on here. I'll go this way. Because if Germany fights them, I get half this land regardless, and I had to do nothing. So bonuses. If I do war propaganda, that gives me weekly war support. I'm not worried about it. It's high enough for now. I'm not going to build navies like almost at all. I do want some better planes, though. Oh. So
До приказа. Мирно.
14 selected. He's going to go here. Move on up.
Готов выдвигаться.
Alright, well, I guess we're just going to do a great purge because I'm not going to be fighting anyone. Which is, unfortunate. You know what? I can fight Sin Kang. He's communist. This way you can see a little bit of war. A really crappy war. If I fight him, no one will guarantee him because he's communist.
Готов.
The Allies and democratic countries could not give two shits about anyone fascist or communist. So, Turkey I would like to kill, but we're over that number. Because they have all the chromium. They are what I need in order to build heavy tanks. Chromium is for heavy tanks. Oh. I am unsure what to get. Alright, I'll just do this to get my war support up. Makes me look better.
Мирно.
We still have lots of guns, so I'm going to increase the amount of them building. So now I have that many people building. And I still have enough guns. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. This is the one you got to worry about. Here we go. You get to choose who dies. I think I'm going to obviously take the stability. Oh, wait. Remove as political advisor. No, I want him. Remove as political advisor. Okay, so this is what's happening here. I have a choice between losing this guy or this guy. I don't care about him. I am communist, so he gets to die. And now he's dead. I have purged him. Let's do that. And you'll get 4 or so of those events as you go through. You see here, though, once this completes, I'll have a new national spirit. That means that bad things have happened. This kind of gets... This Great Purge gets rid of this, I believe, where I get more stability, and it'll push me actually over 100, which is great. See, I don't really have anyone to attack other than Sin Kang. I don't know that they would actually defend China, so I could fight China. But as you see, this is higher. It was 44 political power in 240 days. Every justification you're doing simultaneously is 50% longer. So if I fight them and then do it, it'd be okay. This is going to take a year, but we'll do it. Oh, that's 83. Why did that go up? There we go. We'll do it just to say we did it. Alright, so again, you have to look through and see which ones you care about. I don't have that guy. I don't have the second guy. I do have the third guy. I like him. I don't have anyone else. Or, I don't have the first guy. I don't have him. That's armor division attack, which I'm not going to have armor division, so I'm going to have infantry, even though there's a tank in it. Or you can go here and just do a civil war. I'm just going to kill him. So basically that just means there's less people you can pick. Where's it? Like, he's dead. He's dead.
Готов.
He's as dead as can be.
Готов выдвигаться. Брось. Мирно.
And look, I'm 10 over, so
Готов выдвигаться.
put him in a new army, slide him under the generals. I like to have my tanks first, just as a preference. Assign him a new general. Boom, there you go.
Готов.
You can click here and change
Внимание.
your armies. I like red usually for my tanks. You can change their symbols as they show up here on the right. I remember the color, so it doesn't bother. Let's put some treads on them. There you go.
Внимание. Готов выдвигаться.
Boom. All right. So yeah, I mean that's it. It's a little different because I killed half my infantry, but the concept's the same. I would have just spent more time reinforcing them and then building infantry. Now I'm just building infantry. You start out with 137. I'm up to 67 already. And it just snowballs. I do want to kill Turkey real bad. It'll also let me fight Romania, but I don't want to fight the UK. Yeah, Japan pretty much attacks China in this area, and he just quits. If I take Xinjiang, I'll be bordering the British Raj, so when I do fight the UK and France. And it could go either way, but sometimes Germany just loses. If I play Japan and I don't get in the war, Soviets might trounce Germany. If I play as Iran and just kind of be neutral the whole war, sometimes the Germans win, sometimes they lose. It's just random.
Стройся.
They try and stay as historical as possible, but once you get the dice rolls in there, 'cause that's how they fight, it's random. Communist China is winning against China? That's because Japan's attacking too. Ah. This is interesting. Communist China is taking over China because Japan can't get to it. Excellent. So I might have my war goal here still soon. Oh, they're allied to Japan. That's why. I'll kill that one. I just want my manpower. I just want to throw bodies at people. Right here you can see I'm using 3,800 per day. But that was because I was starting a new division. Yep. Just go through, find what you want. I'll say that 100 times because there's not one that's better than another. Like I could not build infantry and just kill everyone and just put everything into tanks. You could do that. I've seen someone do an all cavalry run. Just have horses the whole game, no tanks, no nothing, just horses. These are just pop-ups that let you read a little bit of stuff while you're just sitting here waiting.
Готов.
See, look, I've just doubled my army right here. Alright, focus completed the purge. Now, where is it? Right there. Organization is crap. People take longer to build, and I build less stuff. That goes away in about a year. Oh, 4 years. However, you'll get little pop-ups that make it go way faster. I don't care about that. That's nice, though. I like the reinforce rate. I don't care. No one's going to subversive activities on us. No one is going to justify on us. I'll do this to get a little bit reinforce rate. Modify government. Let's do something to build planes better. Do the light aircraft because it makes our fighters better at shooting down other planes. Okay, we have an available war goal. I didn't put anyone on the border, so let's just take this guy, kill his orders, and I'll put him here. I'll hit B to make him railroad over,
Выходим.
and he'll get there faster. He loses all his organization, so his ability to fight, but he'll get it back up eventually. I have until June 14th to start this war, or else I lose war support and stability, because I basically said, hey, I'm going to kill you, but never did. But yeah, if you want to try your game, as soon as you can, just justify in Poland. Just immediately do it. And for safety, if you don't want to fight Germany, leave Danzig. Leave them with Danzig. I'll show you how to do
Я
that.
готов.
See, now there's just a lot to look through and select. It bubbles up.
Так точно.
Now there's something I've forgotten to do. I have 57 Army experience. Let me talk about this. My combat width, here in the middle, 18. Battles are fought in numbers of 40. 40, 80, 120, so forth. So 18's garbage, because it doesn't go into 40. So I could just click on this and say, give me another infantry. Now I'm at 20. It's going to make my supply go up. It's going to be harder to move. They pierce negligibly less. And it takes more infantry equipment. Boy, we have tons. And this is right here where it says 107 divisions. So I need this many more. So I'm affecting every division that has this symbol. I'm going to do it. But I'm also going to add on engineer and recon. And see, look at how everything changed. I can entrench better. I can break through faster. I have a better defense. I have better attacks overall. Lower organization because there's more stuff to organize. I need 25 army points here at the bottom. I'm going to save it. Now you see these jump down because they don't have all the equipment yet. So they haven't been trained as much. And I'm now 1,000 support equipment in the hole. So what you can do, you can bump back here, put that down a little bit, put that up a little bit. Except it all went to the tanks. There we go. So now you see, he's not fully production efficient because he only had 5 factories. Now he has to get 5 more up to par. So, and you'll also see these guys might drop in experience. Because, oh. Yeah, I guess I'll call you into the war. Yep, they just dropped in experience. However, I have 4 days to do this. I wasn't prepared. I should have moved them here earlier. So you right-click on them, you hit declare war, and you call in your allies. So now you see Mongolia didn't come because they're retarded. So right-click on Mongolia because all my guys here, they can't attack from Mongolia to Xinjiang because they're not in the war. Right-click on them, call to arms. Is he in the war? Oh, we already called him. He just hasn't replied yet. I'm going to take this guy, though, and block that off.
Выходим.
There we go. Now he's in the war. So what I'll do now, who do I have? It's this guy. You see this little green bar at the very bottom, under 24. That says he thinks we're stronger. This right here is the activate plan. He thinks we can probably win, but so you hit this button to start it. Make sure you have a place for them to attack. So which again is X. ZXC are your kind of 3 that you use. And he is unaggressive. So you see the war starts. This is an impassable mountain, so that's just nothing you can do. Like right here though, I see an opening. He's not moving. I'm going to move him in manually.
Выходим.
You select him, right click on him, and I'm going to try and get some cutoffs. Yep, see, they're dumb. They just messed up. These guys are trying to push into my territory,
Слушаю.
but what I'm going to attempt to do is cut them off from any kind of city and encircle them, and they'll just all die.
Внимание.
Do you guys not want to go? There we go. Sometimes you have to stop it and then start it again to get this to attack. And now you'll see them flood in on whatever path that the game says it's going to take. Right there. Oh, right here, we have an encirclement. They are fully cut off from their own lines. Their cities here will give them... When I say city, they're a horde, so they don't really have a city. Cities like this, their names, will give them supply. Right here, you can either sit and watch their numbers dwindle. Like, even if I don't attack, let's say stop. They're going to attack anyway because I'm on aggressive. But you can just let them die, starve to death. Or you can just be like, nope, kill them. because their organization will drop like a rock. If you watch this little green bar, and then once it gets to a point, you're just going to win. Like I said, but if you let them sit and starve, you don't take any damage, and you've used no equipment. Boop, now they're dead. Now your army will immediately
Готов.
decide where they want to go. This guy here, he's over in Yarkand. He's still got supply because he's near a city.
Выходим.
If you hold shift, you can right-click and choose whatever path you want them to take. H is hold. This says, nah, don't do that. So, I'm going to do that. Just kind of cut that out.
Так точно.
S splits. So I have 3 guys here. I can hit S. It'll split them usually in half and then half again. It's right here. Click on my general.
приказа?
Oh, is that him?
Слушаю.
Ah, it's him, the Field Marshal. I want him to be an aggressive assaulter. That means he kills people faster.
Брось.
This guy here, he's already got, oh, where was it?
Готов
Where was this guy?
выдвигаться. Жду приказа.
Huh, I don't know. Anyway, so these guys are encircled. Just right-click and kind of generally move them in. The thing you have to watch about with wars is right there. I told them to go do a thing, and like right here, there's no one. You sometimes have to clean up these little encirclements on your own. It's annoying, but that's about the only annoying thing. I am low on manpower. So I'm going to take my new 150 points and say, give me some more people. If I go up to this, I get more population, but training time takes longer. Then you start to get factory output goes down. You just lose so much. You're just like, please give me anyone. Alright, so this will trickle up. It used to go up immediately, but now it trickles up over time, as if you're actually recruiting people.
Внимание. Выходим. Внимание.
Yep. So he pushed in. If you hover over like this area, you can see 12 divisions are assigned here out of the 24 that I have. So 12 are going to go over here, 12 are going to go over here. And they'll automatically choose. But again, not necessarily the best option to do.
Мирно.
Computer tries, it's not always correct. Okay, we won. We took enough of their big cities and land that they said, no, we're done. I have 94 score, which means I did about 80% of the work, it looks like. Mongolia has 10. Tuva has 10. So, what I was talking about here, if you left Danzig, you could be like, alright, I want this, 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 and this. Excuse me, and not that. And then just hit end turn. And then done. If you don't select this, and none of your other guys select it, it just stays a country. It's just Poland still. But I'm going to take it, because I want it. That 40, though, is how many points you need here. So, Mongolia bowed out. They're like, I don't want anything. They gave me 13 of their points. And then, boom. Now they're done. I can reset and start over if I don't like any of this. But if you're also doing this with another country, like, say, Germany or whatever, if you reset, it just resets that turn. So I'm going to say done, because there's no demands over here to do. Done. It's mine. It's mine now. It's mine. I own this. It's pretty garbage, but I own it. So what I'll do is I'll just leave these guys over here on the border with the Brits and tell them to attack there if I go to war with them. So you might, while my field marshal's over here, I can have a little sub-army here. I can add a second field marshal.
Готов.
Preference. Look at that. Look at that.
Жду приказа.
I need a new army again.
Готов выдвигаться.
Tanks are kind of popping out.
Готов. Брось. Так точно. Я готов.
Now, as you'll see if you look at the field marshal here, 5 of 5. He can only support 5 generals. So what I'll do is I'll just make another field marshal by selecting a guy, right-clicking on here, picking a dude. He's pretty good. Alright, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this 24, drag him to this field marshal,
Готов.
and I'm going to say clear all your...
Жду
Clear,
приказа.
click on him to go in here and kill all his orders, right click on
Так
it.
точно.
This is now my Asian army. I can select these two guys, right or left, yep, right click on new theater, click on this little settings button and rename it. This is now Asian War. These little priority buttons mean they get the guns first, they get the guns last, or whatever. So now, these guys are only over here. You only see these because I'm in this theater. If I click up here,
Жду
boom.
приказа.
You got all these guys now. Why are you in this theater? Oh, it's because I have this one selected also.
Так точно.
What are you doing?
Выходим. Внимание.
I am unsure as to what has happened here.
Готов.
Oh, it unassigned everyone. I don't know why.
Готов выдвигаться.
So if it, okay. I don't know how I keep turning these guys off. It's annoying. I hate it.
Так точно. Так точно.
So we'll just kind of start fresh. Where are these guys?
Я готов. Мирно.
Put him back on this guy.
Готов.
Alright. And these guys are still training. Good. Alright, so now I have infantry equipment in the hole. I'm gonna kill some of these lines, because I have plenty of people for now. They're better to have less armies with more reinforcements, or actual, you know, equipment, than it is to have nothing. Real bad on support equipment again. I need that.
Я готов.
Alright, purge is done. We bypassed this, which was this one, because we did enough stuff that we didn't have to research it, it just happened.
Так точно.
What you can do with this army, your training army, is hit V, which says garrison. Just click on a couple provinces. They'll all move over, they'll all split up in between them. And when you go to your recruit and deploy screen, you can click here, click on that general, and they will automatically deploy there,
Жду приказа.
which I should have done to begin with. Alright, so Communist China is about to take this over. My justification for China here is pretty much not going to matter. They're about to lose everything. But that's how you do a war. I would have liked to have some heavy tanks, but I've forgotten to make those. Alright, so I'm going to just kill this line. Gone. What I'm going to do is say, instead, make these, make 10 of those, and everyone else goes to heavy tanks. Now, it's not really the best way to do it, but that's how we're doing it. What I need to do is research light tank 2s and research their artillery and whatnot. Then I can take light tank 1s and retrofit them into those artilleries. It's very nice. It's this button here that doesn't light up because I don't have anything I can convert. That's just going to be nukes. This will kind of go into more, you know, gimme claims and these things. I could declare war on China. Because why not? But I can't get there. I'll justify... Oh, They actually got guaranteed by UK? That is weird. That's right, because they're not aligned and they didn't go any specific faction.
Готов выдвигаться.
Well, oh, I didn't tell them to do that. And then I'll just kill these lines because they don't matter.
Мирно.
So yeah, I'll continue a little bit until like actual World War II starts. Show you how hectic it is. I'll
Готов
probably cut out
выдвигаться.
until then, just to yeah. You can right click on these pictures too.
Жду приказа.
Oh, see somebody's lost a little bit of experience. I will eat the hit. I'll eat the infantry loss just to train these two guys up because they're real close. Because it's gonna be like a month's worth. It's not a big deal. And done. So now they're done.
Жду приказа.
Those guys are good.
Готов выдвигаться.
So now it's showing me the right ones.
Слушаю.
They fell back a little bit. If you edit their template, they'll fall back a little bit. Alright, so the Chinese war is over. There's nothing I can take because I didn't invade at all. So I'm done. That's over. I can invite Communist China to my faction. And oh, okay. So here's what we're doing:
Так точно.
kill these orders.
Жду приказа.
I'm gonna move all my guys over here because Communist China is still fighting Japan. So yeah, come on in, big boy. You can come into my faction. Because of that, they're gonna ask me to continue to fight the war that they're fighting. Which means I get to fight Japan. Which sucks, because... Oh, but it's a defensive war, so Germany probably won't be called into this. Because they'll have a thing that says... yeah, these
Жду
guys...
приказа.
Alright. I can do this whenever I want, but I need to do it before they capitulate. Yeah, sure. But I need to do it before they capitulate, or else I don't get called into that war because the war's over. Alright, so my army's moving. He's moving. It's a little weird. Didn't work too well, but he's moving. Anything else I can get here? I'll do enemy air support -10. Now, problem is, I could bring a couple planes over, but... No, I can bring a lot of planes over. I forgot, I'm Russia. So I'll bring all these guys over. I'll put them in that one for now. Put the bombers in this one. And then once they land, I'll tell them how to attack. They might take this over though before I get to it.
Так точно.
These guys,
Стройсь.
since I'm in a big war, I'm probably just going to stop any of this. They're just not. They're just going to be done.
Внимание.
However they're at, they are just done.
Жду приказа. Слушаю. Готов. Готов.
Now, if I'm out of, I still have one more. Let's say if I'm out of
Внимание.
infantry generals, anyone works. You just kind of get bonuses to infantry faster with an infantry general. And then I get this guy. See, oh, he's got one more. Okay. Russia's got a lot of people.
Я готов.
I'll put him in this theater, right there, just by right clicking. Right clicking is your move button. Left clicking is your selecting button. So yeah, they're going to take this over before I get a chance to use it. And look at the range on this. My range for these planes is garbage. These are interwar fighters. No, they're just fighters. They just suck. Okay. Alright, so yep, we're going to fight a big war here. I have 248 tanks. I'm actually going to retrofit this and put in some light tanks for now, just so I have some armor. So again, they'll probably lose a little experience, but they won't die as fast just because of the armor. These, I hope, are German volunteers, and not actually Germany. Okay, they're just German volunteers. Right here, this button says I have outdated equipment. I have infantry equipment 1, but I could be making 2. If I do this, which I'll do after the war, this right here where they make 106 a day, that'll go down to like 20, because they don't know how to make these. They have to get that production efficiency back up.
Брось!
So, while I could, you'd think 28,000 guns is a lot, but when you're Russia, it is not. It is in no way a lot of guns.
Я готов! Смирно!
And just delete everyone's orders,
До приказа!
make a fresh line, and say, please go kill. Now they're all going to move, but I'm just going to start the attack. This bar here is extra organization. Right here, this one that's not. Excuse me, it is this one. I'm sorry. That's how well they've prepared to fight as it is. There we go. So the higher that is, it's a little bonus. It lasts about a month. I do need extra infrastructure here. Because you can see my supply is low, which is not good. Where's British Raj? The F4 screen shows this is why. I have 17 supply here. I can only do 14. So forth. I have 19 out of 17. These are okay so far. So I'll leave that until it's time. And now they fight. I'll move him since I managed to get people in. Oh, no, they just took that airfield over. So never mind. Now, luckily, you don't lose all your armies. They just get pushed somewhere else. So yeah, you'll fall behind in some things, you'll gain in others. It's just trying to figure out which one's what you want, which one's better. Now, these guys here, I'm going to pull back because there's no port over here. They took the only one I have. So I'm going to hit make new line. Oops. Just do the whole thing here. But I'm going to hit Z again, and then you see a little paintbrush in the circle. Hold right click to shrink this up. I'm going to say everyone up here. So they'll all move back up here. I'll let them take this over, but then I can push into them and make sure I don't get encircled with all my dudes. But again, all my planes, they just moved. However, it's a pretty useless move because there's no supply over here. Yeah. Oh, Mongolia actually built stuff. That's cool. But see, what I did there is I researched what I said earlier, the level 2 light tank with their special abilities here. Now, you can see I can make level 2 artillery and level 2 anti-air. And if I click this, it will use the existing level 1s, and they get built a little faster. It's very handy. That's a new feature also. What I need to check on too is like this right here is artillery soft attack. Well, this is artillery. Do they get the bonuses? I don't know. I need to look into that. You guys attack whatever's close. Yeah, look at this range. You can't even do anything.
Готов.
Sorry, right here, I might be able to encircle.
Выходим. Брось.
There we go. I forgot to draw a line. I do that a lot. But see, as soon as I drew a line, they're unaggressive. Just look at the green. The green is what you want to see. Red means you're losing a fight. Green means you're winning it. But look at the push. Uh-oh.
Выходим.
4 divisions in here, and they're getting trapped.
Мы тесним их.
I'm going to try and get them to push towards the line in hopes that I can meet up with them.
Готов. Готов подвигаться.
So otherwise, they're defending for now, but they're just wearing me out. They're just killing every little bit I have of
Выходим.
ability to fight. Okay, so here's a good example of, if you click on this bubble, you can see the actual fight. It's an 80 width. That's because there's people from 2 different sections attacking. This guy is bordering, this guy's bordering.
Брось.
Select the right one. Yeah. If I do this, have him attack 2, that number goes up 120. So that basically means how many units I can fit in. 40, I can do 10, 20, or 40 with, so I can either do 4, 2, or 1. 120, it's just however wide you made them. So I do everyone in 20 width. I can have, look, I have 10 armies that I can attack versus their 2. The more you get, the better that works out to be. Because you have this guy attacking. Now he's encircled. I really want to get my guys saved. They're not like super important units, but
Мы тесним их.
I want them. They're gonna die though. It's unfortunate. Yep. So I just lost 4 units because they got encircled because I was unprepared. Molotov, Ribbentrop. Sure, I'll take whatever land of Poland you give me. Because I'm not fighting for it.
Внимание.
And as my units do manage to get up here, I'm going to widen the line out. That way, they're not going to encircle me from the top. But yeah, like right here,
Занимаю укрытие.
boom. If I can cut those off, there's 3 or 4 guys I can kill right now. Gotta look
Смирно.
every once in a while for little things that the computer didn't see. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you can't see who's on the border because maybe you have bad intel. For example, here's the capital, Sinking. If I click up here, it says we are at war. That's Manchukuo, who I'm attacking. They are 24% towards capitulation. If I basically get this, that'll go down by an amount and show you. Now they're at 27, now they're 25, because they took land, we took land, we lost land.
Готов.
Each little place is pretty much like 1-ish. Soviet Union has called in the Guangxi clique. Okay, apparently they're in the they're in the Comintern now. I didn't invite them, but I guess they put themselves in it. They might have had a focus tree to do that. I certainly didn't tell them they could come. Alright, so here's the problem. We're repairing, which is fine, but repairs happen automatically. I actually need to build more stuff. So that way I'm not wasting my factories on repairs. Because, again... Yunnan is in. Where? There. So these guys are flipping, joining me. What? What? The Allies have declared war on Japan. I've not seen that. So now the Allies are fighting Japan. And if you look, we're losing just people, because that's what the Soviet Union does. They lose people. Japan is not. That is interesting. Hey, maybe I don't have to invade Japan, because I don't have the Navy for it. Not a bit. I would happily have Britain do it. France, yeah, you can move people through my territory. I don't want to fight them. Let's invent the radio. Alright, now Poland is fighting Germany, and Germany's fighting the Allies. So as soon as Poland's been capitulated with the Molotov-Ribbentrop, this is great. I'm not fighting the Allies at all. At all! How much do I have over? See, I'm already 50,000 guns less than where I was when I started. So that would have been really bad. And I'm losing so many tanks too. The Soviets just fight like garbage. But that's what they are, they're numbers. You get numbers. Doesn't help that I'm not producing light tanks, so... but whatever. A little bit in the hole, it's not that bad. I mean, if you click on an army, you'll see. He's got 67% of his stuff. It's pretty bad. We're almost done with this up here, especially with the Brits coming in. Right here, I'm trying to cut them in half. It's a risky play, because they can just go and circle me, but... yeah, I won't fight your Brits. See, he's trying to stop me. Yeah, come on through my land. Well, that's what I said. If you're unaggressive, you'll lose more, but you'll actually take more. Alright, Manchukuo capitulated. That's great. Now look, this little section of Japan up here, they got nothing. So we need to redo our lines. I'll put the default everyone on China. And I'll take this group here, kill his orders, and assign him to this little Japanese front. Please delete this. That was in the wrong plan. There we go. So then they'll all shuffle back around.
Так точно.
But yeah, if you're Russia, stockpile everything. That's why I want to get these heavy tanks out, because I would have lost so many less troops because of it. But I need so many tanks. So for me to switch over, I would need 6,880 tanks. I have 1,000. Alright, go. Just send everyone. So yeah, it's a weird start. I've never had this happen before. It's interesting. Did I free up any air bases? A little bit there. Let's just have these guys attack northern China. Bomber, you have really far reach, so I can actually put you back up there. The circle is how far they can fly. If I click this, that means they get boom, they just fight better in this area. But you spend a permanent 80% of your command power until you take it off. So it's permanent, but it's not. Because, there we go. You can assign it and unassign it. I have too many people up here.
Брось!
These guys. Go.
Мы под огнем!
Alright, yeah, they're kind of pushing back here, but it's not enough to matter. Little
Внимание!
encirclement right here we can clear out. So yeah, I didn't skip anything back in.
Брось!
He saw an opening, which he went to the wrong place. Why would you go here? Go to the capital. Let's take over Shanxi. Shanxi, whatever it is. There we go. Shanxi's dead, and we've got these real stupid encirclements. We just need to take out.
Брось!
Alright, Germany honors the pact. I just got part of Poland for free. Didn't do anything.
До приказа!
It's just mine. I need 3 of you to reinforce that army. I have 4 of you left to go nowhere. Let's put you in with the tanks. There, you're a better panzer leader. This expeditionary force means they want to send 3 guys that I control of their people.
Слушаю!
If you don't, they're supposed to control their own things. But I'm actually going to kill these tank divisions with how I want to play this. Make them regular. And then
До приказа! Так точно!
disband 4 of them. That way I'm back to a 24 strength since I got some free units. They're garbage. You can't change the units they give you. They all suck. But they're free. So it's...
Я готов!
See, like right here, people just running by these little encirclements and not doing anything. You gotta pay attention sometimes to what they're doing.
Готов!
Oh, you're not on aggressive. Why?
Готов выдвигаться!
Go.
Слушаю!
Why are you guys over there? You guys just go kill this. Take into Korea.
До приказа!
Can you please get into the port? Thank you.
Слушаю!
Yeah, I'm real far behind. So I have way too many motorized. So I'm gonna take those off. Sadly, I'm going to have to kill my heavy tank production for a bit to reinforce my guns. Heavy tanks will be for when we fight Germany. Alright, here we are. We're getting... So right here, there's too many, so you give it a penalty to efficiency. As far as fighting. I could build it up. If I own most of this territory, I could just build air bases right now, even though it's technically owned by Communist China. Yep, we're just dying. That's what we do as Soviets. Paris is dead. Now ports, if you encircle a port, they can retreat off into a boat. But if you have
Выходим!
Like your own boats here doing a convoy raiding, you'll kill them as they leave. Or you'll attempt to, at least.
Так точно. Не стоим,
Alright, I
идем.
need to redo the lines, because the lines are garbage.
Мирно.
Red guys, I want you here. Please go into Korea. These guys, it's just more worth it to manually move them.
Слушаю.
Because they're all cut off, they'll be dead here soon. You're ahead. 85, how's that? It's in your head. We'll start on it. It's a little penalty, but it'll be fine.
Мирно.
You hit delete, just kill whatever lines you want, and then when they're done moving, they'll automatically redirect to whatever line matters.
Продолжаем атаку. Готов. Внимание.
Alright, radio would reinforce a bit. I'll take that. 50% atomic research. Alright, I got sent 4 divisions. Go ahead and
Слушаю.
make a new. So I hate this game. I don't know how it constantly does this.
Готов.
It just screws up.
Жду приказа. Я готов. Мирно. Мирно.
I've never understood it. I think it has to do with lag, where
Мирно.
I'm trying to do one thing and the game can't keep up. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Готов выдвигаться.
And then it kills my general that I had.
Готов выдвигаться.
So I want to do this, and then make a new guy. Thank you. Drag him under. There we go. Alright, so now we're wrapping them up.
Готов.
This is what your problem is. You have like 20 guys standing around one dude doing nothing. So when you see the little encirclements, make sure you go back, manually control them, delete the front lines, whatever. And then they'll redeploy as needed. Like there's a little one. See, they're just standing. I mean, they're starving them out, which is fine, but you don't need 10 guys to do that. You need like 2. Or you can fight a little bit and just get rid of them. We're bad on tanks, we're bad on infantry equipment. But again, that's Russia.
Жду приказа. Слушаю. Выходим. Выходим. Выходим.
One more research slot we're getting.
Я готов.
And again, I didn't make them attack. There's a lot. There is a lot to this. This is probably a little longer than an hour. It's about an hour and a half, I guess. But I didn't even plan on this war. But you can check out a big war. And you can see why big stockpiles are important. Like, I'm just losing everything. I have a lot of things that don't matter. I want to take that out. I want to put in a light artillery and a light anti-air. And now, because of one of my researches, I'm a little less than 20, but over time it adds up and kind of makes a difference. So I'm 12,000 less guns in the hole, but I'm also a lot of them in the hole. Oh my god! So we're taking a break after this war, I'll tell you that.
Выходим.
Russians are going on vacation.
Готов. Так точно.
You saw that that was green That means they think they can hold that amount of line. I stretch it, it's yellow. They're like, we might. If you do it enough where it's red, they're like, there's just people gonna break through. You can't do anything about it. All right, thank you, Guanji Clique. Have some units. Go over there. So yes, Japan has 200 ships and 2,000 planes. I have 2,000 planes and 70 ships. I might be able to fight them in the air. Eventually whittle them down to where I can move into Japan. So yeah, a lot of new things here since we're at war. Scorched Earth tactics. You can just destroy your shit if you're starting to lose so that Germany can't use it. All kinds of stuff here. War bonds let you build things faster. I think that's good right now because I have things I need to build. And just do a little manual push.
Выходим! Я готов. Готов?
Like right here, no one's defending that. I can push right into Nanjing. I am, however, going to go mad. If you hold shift and click one of these, it lets you build the maximum. I forget if I said that, but I'm going crazy on military factories. I'm so far behind. China's capitulated. What I'm going to do is just take all these guys and say, go there. Can I go into your place, Dutch East Indies? That way I can help kill everyone.
Так точно. Брось.
You could, non-aggression pact means you won't declare war on them for at least 1 year. That's it. So yeah, we're pushing. We're low on supply. We're very low on supplies. That causes you to lose more supplies via attrition. But that's just because it's right here, and I pushed everyone in at the same time.
Готов выдвигаться.
See, there's 12 guys sitting around a guy who would die instantly. That's one of the big AI flaws.
Готов выдвигаться. Выходим.
Citizens available. A lot of these I don't care about right now. Increase of the Axis, Vienna Award.
Готов выдвигаться. Готов.
Alright, so we're pretty done here. Don't know why they're not attacking up here.
Готов выдвигаться.
See, there it is. They are green. They are bad at fighting, but my allies are just trying to push people out. I don't know why, because we're basically have won.
Выходим.
I like how this is Soviet theater, but they're all in Asia.
Внимание. Брось. Я готов.
So anyway, I'm gonna call it there because this war won't finish until you actually invade Japan, and I have no way to do it. I don't have enough ships. What I'm gonna have to do is build a bunch of naval bombers, which I have 0 of. And basically sink all their ships just by spamming out naval bombers. Because building ships it's not going to happen. I'm too far behind for that fight. So, call that there. That's kind of how you have a big war. You can see everything's gone crazy. 100% world tension. Germany and Italy have basically split France. If Germany had taken France, they would have established Vichy France, a little puppet. Spain is fascist in this game. They always have a civil war. They usually go fascist. Sometimes they get the communists win. Yeah, I don't think any of these matter yet. That's fine there. And then at some point, the U.S. will attempt to invade, and that's when that works. They're not in a faction yet. Not yet. Because the UK has no one. Look at that. They have 300 divisions. Italy has 75. Hungary's got 20. Slovakia's got 2. They don't matter. Bulgaria's got 9. It's up to me to fight. Oh shit.
Слушаю. Брось.
So, since I saw that, befriend Japan. Guess who might be fighting the Germans real soon? Where's befriend Japan? Unfortunately, you can't zoom out on this. It's stupid. There it is. That might put them in a little treaty, but I don't know. That would be bad because I have no one guarding Germany because we were friends.
Внимание.
So yeah, take this out. The Japanese will try and navally invade a little bit, but they're fighting the British already. So that's it. Any questions? Let me know. Get good so that I can be Germany and fight all of you in the world.